Hello. Now, I know this is my first video in quite a few weeks. The last one I did was quite spontaneous on a beach in Bali. Thought I'd just let you guys know what I was up to. So I am back from my travels now. And since I've been back, because of the first video I did, so many people are coming up to me now, really keen to understand what it is I'm doing now, what's my next move. And to be honest, it's kind of been quite overwhelming. I wasn't really ready to be having this conversation over and over again on an almost daily basis. It's getting almost quite challenging to explain what I'm trying to do next. So I thought just do a quick video, explain it in about 5-10 minutes. And next time anyone asks me, I'll be able to direct them to that and give them a quick 30-second overview and show them the video. What have I been up to in the last couple of weeks? Basically, been traveling a hell of a lot. I went to about 10, 11 different countries. So back in August, I went to Bali, Australia, went to Vietnam for a day, for a changeover. Then went to Portugal for a friend's wedding, Madrid, went to Bulgaria for another friend's wedding. So traveled around Bulgaria for 7 days, incredible country. And then I went and saw some family in Sicily. So I was traveling around Sicily for a few days. And then went to Amalfi Coast and met my girlfriend, went around the Amalfi Coast for like a week and a half, which was beautiful. And then after that went to Montenegro, Bosnia and Albania, which are 3 diamonds in the rough. One of those, some of those countries that no one really ever thinks to go to, but I would highly recommend. Quick recap as to the biggest things that I've learned since I quit my job. Number 1, adventure, freedom, spontaneity, and physical challenge are the 4 pillars for my contentedness and happiness. Number 2, my biggest assets, some of my most unique skills, all come from communication. Number 3, I could not care about money. Money is not a motivator for me one bit at this moment in time. Number 4, I need a varied routine. I cannot just get up, same time, same place, every day, go to the same office, do the same thing. I need as much variation in my routine as physically possible. And my biggest areas of interest are discovering the world through travel and adventure, new food, new music, presenting, and one sec, I forgot. Communication and languages. So those are the kind of the core things that I really feel like I'm best at and that I most enjoy doing. So I want to be carving out some kind of career, encapsulating as much of that as possible. I know I've kind of ruined the magic there, but yeah, I'm not doing all of this off the cuff. Now the big question is, what does all that mean? Unfortunately, there aren't many vocations out there that really exist at the moment that will encapsulate all of that. Especially for someone like me who doesn't really have a whole lot of experience in a lot of these areas. So my next move is likely going to be looking to be a little bit more entrepreneurial than I necessarily expected. So what is it I'm going to be doing next? If I were to explain it in one sentence, it would be another travel vlogger, lifestyle vlogger, that kind of thing. But I hate that term, and when I look at people out there that are doing that, I just think it's pretty plain, pretty rubbish, pretty boring. It's so standardized and commoditized, not interesting at all. But essentially, I'm going to be looking at ways to monetize and leverage social followings to enable me to work with companies within the travel industry, as well as also companies in like airlines, things like that. Anything to do with travel, I'm going to be looking at collaborating with these organizations and getting funding from them to facilitate my travel. The part that makes my concept unique is the spontaneity. Now, I've created an Instagram handle that a few of you guys have probably seen already. It's called the Dartboard Traveler. Now, the whole concept of this is that starting January 2018, I'm going to be going on one trip every single month. Now, the catch is I have no idea where the trip is going to be until the 1st of every month. So I'm going to invest in either like a massive world map or perhaps even like a globe made out of cork. And 1st of every single month, I'm going to film myself throwing a dart at either that map or that globe And assuming it hits on landmass and there's not going to be a war going on in that country, wherever it lands, I'm going to give myself 7 days to plan a trip there. And after those 7 days, I'll go out there and I'm going to record my entire experience when I'm there. Maximum I'll be there is 2 weeks. That leaves me with then 1 week to come back, cut and edit the footage, post it online, review that experience, and then do it again the month after. Now look, I totally understand that that's one hell of a punt. There is no guarantee for success with that whatsoever. But it does certainly satisfy those 6 core requirements that I've learned about myself that I really need. So that is involving the outdoors, having a varied routine, allowing me to regularly meet new people, possibly even in different languages, encompassing discovering new things, places, people, food, music, communicating and presenting through things like this, and essentially traveling the world and doing loads of cool shit. The Dartboard Traveller could potentially be a way to unlock everything that I need to feel completely fulfilled and happy. So why the hell would I not try it, you know? But it also does have a bit of a longer term, deeper meaning to it as well. Now, in this book that I keep on banging on about, What Colour Is Your Parachute? Get it if you haven't. If you're looking at doing anything to learn about what you're about, it's the single most important thing that I've done since I quit my job, hands down. So if anyone is in a position where they don't enjoy what they're doing and they want to learn more about themselves, get the book, contact me, and I'll explain what I've done. Now, one of the things that I did in that book was I had to create what they call my mission. It's a little bit cheesy, but again, it really does help me understand what I'm about and what I want to be achieving in the future. Now, my mission is right here. I'll just read off the first couple of sentences. So I wrote, my purpose in life is to be someone that people turn to when they are looking for inspiration to be more content and happier in their own life, have more fun, and ultimately be more successful. This can encapsulate many facets, drawing on my own experiences while summarizing what others have done into easily digestible content. I want a platform to show people what is out there in the world. Now, Dartboard Traveller is just a tiny, tiny piece of this, but I'm essentially using this as a stepping stone to look at a bit more of a longer term plan. And my longer term 5-10 year aims are going to be encapsulating a whole lot of this. What next? So like I said before, I'm going to be throwing my first dart in January. There's a few things I need to be setting up before then. I've redone my magic whiteboard. Let's see if you can see it. And it's got a whole bunch of new goals on there. Now I'm not sure if you can see, but right there that I'm closest to the screen, the first one is grow Instagram following to 1,000. Now I understand that the biggest caveat of this entire concept I'm trying to do is I need people to be watching what I'm doing. Before I start trying to collaborate with these large airlines like BA or lastminute.com, Skyscanner, Airbnb, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier if I can go to them saying, hey, I've got 15,000 followers that regularly watch all my videos, you want to collaborate. So if anyone watching this isn't following me, please follow at Dartboard Traveller. You'll definitely be helping me. And one of my friends, Miro, in Bulgaria, he sent me a link to a really, really cool website yesterday called Promise or Pay. And it's essentially one of these things where you put a financial incentive on your goals and make it public. Kind of like this, like I was talking about in one of my videos, where the last S is stake. You've got to put a big stake. So if you don't achieve your goal, there's a consequence. Now, the consequence for this one is financial, but it's also altruistic and charitable. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to say if I don't hit 1,000 followers by 31st of December, I'm going to donate £100 to a charity of my choice. I'd also like to thank some of my closest friends for the presents they gave me for my birthday. One of the things they bought me was actually a Bluetooth tripod. So yeah, I don't know if you remember in the very first video, I showed you what I was using. I was using an ironing board and a red cup and a wastebasket to prop up my iPhone. And that about wraps it up. Just got 2 things I want to say. First of all, any help that anyone thinks they can provide to me on what I'm trying to achieve, look, I am all ears. So whether it be you want to just share my content to your own network, or perhaps just tell people to follow me, or if you actually think that you know someone within a relevant industry that might be worth me talking to, I am totally all ears to leveraging my entire network however they're willing or however they see fit. So please don't hesitate to get in touch. And secondly, I want to leave you with a really, really inspiring quote. It's actually something that I read in What Colour Is Your Parachute? So it's by the author, Richard Bowles. And when I read it, I remember it was the first week that I quit my job. And I read it just at a time when I was like, oh, I can't believe I've just quit. I have no idea what I'm doing, kind of scary. And I've never been so inspired and so motivated by 2 sentences. It literally gave me like a literary boner. I'm not even kidding. So the quote is, where is it? Okay. One of the saddest pieces of advice in the world is, oh, come on now, be realistic. The best parts of this world were not fashioned by those who were realistic. They were fashioned by those who dared to look harder at their wishes and then gave them horses to ride. Now I've looked hard at my wishes, I know what they are, and now I've got to fucking give them some horses to ride, and I need all your help. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.